Alright, hello and welcome everybody to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2's new DLC, Legacy of the Forge. Old memories lead you to take over a forge in Kuttenberg, become a member of the Blacksmiths Guild, and using your skills you may even complete a project that began decades ago. And then in this DLC we'll be getting our own house with a forge, which we can renovate and decorate to our own liking, which is super exciting for me. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. Your own room where you can finally feel at home, in which you can furnish as you wish, a unique new quest line, connecting your father Martin's past with Henry's present, a series of guild activities to carry out as part of your duties, and new armor and weapons, and last but not least, a few new friends. Alright, let's hop into this DLC here. I haven't opened this game in a little while. I played it a couple nights ago just to, you know, get back into the feel of things, get back into the mood of Kingdom Come. And I'm very excited about this DLC. Okay, yeah. I've noticed this burnt down house before, along the playthrough, along my you know, adventures. And here we are. We just start the Legacy of the Forge DLC. Excuse me. All right, let's hop into it. Burnt down building. Henry recognizes it.
Henry, look. I spent the happiest years of my life in this forge.
Henry's father's Martin. Henry's father, Martin. I can't speak right now.
It's such a shame to see the old place just left like that too.
Attaboy, Henry.
Stop that. Come on, we still have to go to the market.
Martin's reminiscing and Henry's over here being a hooligan. So Martin used to work here at this blacksmith.
Looking for something, lad?
I was just...
You won't find nothing here no more. Let's move along.
Forgive me. It's just that I remember this forge from my childhood. When I was a boy, my pa, Martin, brought me here.
Wait, Martin? My husband had an apprentice called Martin. That was your pa?
Supposedly, this lady here and her husband, they maybe owned the forge, potentially, and they know who Martin is. He was our stepfather.
He was my stepfather, but he raised me as his own.
That doesn't surprise me. Even as a lad, I could tell his heart was in the right place. How's he doing?
Unfortunately, he died.
I'm sorry to hear that. My God. Martin's adult son. Time really does fly.
He told me back then he spent the best years of his life here.
Aye, aye. Those were good times, true enough. What's your name?
Henry.
I'm Magdalena. It's a pleasure, Henry. Care to come inside for a chat? I've a fresh pot of soup on the stove if you're hungry.
I'd be a fool to refuse. I'm having a tough time with my words right now. A fool to refuse. Let's get in here.
I can't refuse an offer like that.
Glad to hear it. Come with me then. I'm glad you like it.
Just like Ma used to make.
I should have taken the armor off.
Pa used to apprentice here. My Skoda's forge was the finest in Kuttenberg.
Skoda.
Only then out of the blue he fell ill and I lost him. Everything's been downhill since then. His apprentices left and the Blacksmiths Guild couldn't decide who to assign the forge to. Before they could make a decision, the forge's attic burned down. I was visiting my sister in Visokar at the time. She's with the Lord now too, poor thing.
No, this poor woman.
I was left here all alone, on jointure. This room is the only one that stayed unscathed for the most part.
This poor woman has lost her husband. Like, she lost Martin, too. Henry lost Martin. She lost her sister. Now she's living here in a half-burnt-down forge. You already know that Henry's going to want to help this out. Martin didn't want to take over the forge. How did the forge's attic burn down? How did your husband get ill? Let's go with that.
How did your husband get ill?
Out of the blue. He started coughing, got weak, then lay down, and never got up again. It wasn't the plague, but something nasty nonetheless.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Something
What can you do?
scandalous?
Such is life, lad.
I'm going to completely take a leap and guess at the story right here. And just from that little tidbit of information, it sounded a little fishy. It wasn't the plague that her husband came down with, Skoda. Could it have been a rival blacksmith that poisoned Skoda and tried to, like, ruin his business? Could that be the case?
Did Martin really not want to take over his own forge?
He was just a lad at the time, and taking over a forge is no easy feat. The guild has its own rules and who to assign it to.
How did the forge's attic burn down?
How do you think? Someone set it ablaze? Hard to say if it was just some brats or those good-for-nothings from the hole. That's the watering hole next door. But it doesn't matter now, they never caught anyone. All that came of it is that nobody's wanted the forge for 20 years. But look at me rambling on. I'm sure you're not interested in the rantings of some old crone.
No, I'm interested. I want to get all the information I can get out of this.
I am interested.
It's kind of you to say that. I keep trying to explain to the guild that it's not a lost cause. We just need someone who will bring this place back up.
And
But
here's
it's like
Henry.
talking to a stone wall year after year. The guild masters are too worried about their own business to listen to me. But I'm convinced if we were to find a talented blacksmith, the workshop could be as beautiful as a chapel, like when my old Skoda used to run it.
I could be that blacksmith. Or that sounds like a lot of work. Don't be lazy, Henry. Get in here.
I could be that blacksmith.
This will be
You're a
our
Like
blacksmith.
your pa? Christ, of course you are. I should have known. It only makes sense after all.
I can get my hands on some coin. And you're right. Such a famous forge shouldn't be left to fall by the wayside.
If you were to take it over, that would be wonderful. Only you'll have to talk to the guild about it first. They make the rules. I reckon Master Bushek the Elder has the most common sense when it comes to this place. He might be able to help. He has an armourer's workshop in the town hall quarter. Hopefully he'll hear you out. But be warned. From what I know, the guild is careful not to let anyone that isn't from a blacksmithing family into their ranks. So don't mention Martin wasn't your birth father. It would only hurt your chances.
Thanks for the tip. I won't say a word. Thanks for the soup.
Good luck to you, Henry.
Okay, holy information dump. Let's get up here. And first things first, I just want to say that I am super excited to have any sort of excuse to come back and play this game. This will 100% be my 2025 game of the year. I absolutely love Kingdom Come Deliverance. The story was great. I had a blast running through here, spending some time in this world. Our world, I guess. Excuse me. Because, yeah, this is all based on real history, and this is Kuttenberg as a real place. Anyways, Skoda was supposedly Martin's teacher, and now, coincidentally, Henry just remembers the sign and the location of this blacksmith, and here we are going to put some effort into, like, rebuilding it and bringing it back to its former glory. Kind of poetic, you could say, Henry coming back and being the one to rebuild this forge. We gotta go talk to Bushek the Elder, who is leader of the Blacksmith Guild. And we can't let him know that we aren't directly related to Martin. Otherwise, that won't be a good thing, I guess.
You're up early. What'll it be?
I'm interested in the burnt down forge. Hopefully I have enough coin on hand to just pay for this outright.
Master Bushek,
Aye.
I'm Henry of Skalitz. I'm interested in Master Skoda's old burnt-down forge. I spoke to his widow, Magdalena, about it.
For Christ's sake. She didn't pull you in off the street, did she?
She
The
kinda
mad
did.
old crone?
Well,
That's rude, though.
more or less.
Old age must be sad. All I can tell you about the forge is the same thing I tell Magdalena when she bothers me about it. Even getting the building back into its original state would mean pouring a fortune into it.
I'd take care of the money.
Aye, but only a member of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild can work the trade around here. And you're not a member.
Could I join the guild?
It's not that simple. The guild is a private society made up of Kuttenberg burghers, and the other masters aren't too trusting when it comes to outsiders. So I reckon they won't be too keen on the idea.
Okay, so from one thing to the next, we gotta convince the other elders that are part of this guild that Henry is a worthy candidate.
How could I convince them?
That's hard to say. But maybe you'll make a good impression. But first, you'll be required to meet 3 conditions.
3 of them.
First, you have to come from a respectable family. Second, you have to have blacksmithing experience. And third, you'll have to compete the guild's trial. Tell me, blacksmith, what sort of family do you come from? And what's your work experience?
Okay, so my father was the blacksmith Martin, and I worked for Radovan, the blacksmith. So I've got the experience and I've got the history.
Not only do I come from a respectable family, but a blacksmith's family too. You probably knew my father.
Oh? Where would I know him from?
From here. His name was Martin, and he used to be old Skoda's apprentice.
Wait, Martin? Your pa is Frisky Martin?
What?
Aye, of course, Frisky. We used to call him that because, well, that doesn't matter. How's he doing these days?
I'm afraid he's no longer with us. He was killed during the raid on Scalix.
Christ. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Puts a damper on it.
When I knew him, he seemed like a good bloke and quite a talented swordsmith. Some of the masters were good friends of his. They were the same age at that time. To tell you the truth, that will likely affect your chances as a contender. As Frisky's son, you'll have a great opportunity to make an impression. So you'd better make the most of it.
All right. I could say I worked at Martin's Forge before that. Would that be more respectable? I'm going to try and go that angle, just like double down on Frisky Martin here.
As far as experience, I helped at my father's forge. We made a sword for Sir Radzig Cobbler of Dvorets together.
I actually have that sword on me.
The Royal Hetman. Is there any way for you to prove it?
Show him the
I'd be
sword.
happy to get his word in writing, if need be.
No
I
need.
have-
I'll trust you.
I have the sword in
But if
hand.
the other masters happen to ask, be ready for anything. It seems answering questions about your family and experience won't give you trouble. Now for the most important part. Are you ready for the guild trial?
What does the guild trial involve?
The guild trial consists of a verbal exam and a practical exam. First, you'll have to answer a few tricky questions from my colleagues. And after that, you'll forge a sword to the best of your abilities right before their eyes.
Oh,
course, The
test.
trial comes at a small fee for each try. Well then, do you feel up to it?
I haven't swung a hammer in this game in a while. I'm ready to embarrass myself. That's for sure. That's, yeah, if one thing's definitely going to happen, it'll be that.
I'm ready.
Great. But I'm afraid we're not. It will take some time to get things ready. We'll meet tomorrow at noon below the astronomical clock on the square. I'll take you to the Guild Forge, where the trial will take place. I should also mention there will be a verbal exam. And if you can read, I have an excellent handbook here. It's called On Blacksmithing. And it contains all the basics my colleagues may test you on. I'd be happy to sell it to you for a small fee. And one more thing. If you'd like, you can wait for the trial here. Just say the word.
I'll buy his book. Yeah, I'll buy the handbook. I've probably read it already. I wouldn't be surprised, but let's just grab it just for the sake of it.
I'd like to buy the handbook.
Here it is. Enjoy your studies.
And before I wait for the trial, I think I'm gonna look at that book really quick, just make sure I've read it, you know. Let's take a little seat here. Maybe it's not a lore book. Maybe it's just like a... Do I actually have to read this and like understand? There's things highlighted in red that I feel like I'm supposed to know, and I might need to know based on these questions that I'm going to be like asked by these guild members. We'll find out. We'll find out. Let's wait for the trial.
I'd like to wait here for the trial.
Very well then. We have plenty of room.
You're waiting until the next day. Fantastic.
Should we get going?
I believe it's high time. Don't even bother looking at that old clock of ours. It's been stuck for 30 years. It seems all the other masters are looking forward to what Frisky's son can do. You'd better make a good impression. Come now, the guild forge isn't far.
Am I fixing the clock? Is that what's happening here?
What?
Mind if I test your knowledge a bit along the way?
Oh.
It's a good sign of cruising.
Yes, sparks are a good sign.
Afraid not. It was a trick question.
Never mind.
Sparks fly when you're hammering, it's a good sign. Whereas if you're heating the workpiece, it's a bad one. I have one more question. Why do blacksmiths whistle?
So, both answers were right? To keep the rhythm?
To keep rhythm.
Exactly. It's so they can keep rhythm. At least you got this one right. I reckon it wouldn't hurt to take another peek in the handbook before the trial. A good blacksmith should never stop learning. That too is important to our guild.
So my fears are right. I have to actually like study the book like I'm taking a test.
It's quite a unique collection. And the best part is, I'm happy to share it with others. Stop by any time, learn to make something new. Your customers will surely appreciate it, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Your trial still awaits. Just a little further now.
Take a stop right now and look at the book? Or are we going to the trial and I'm about to like make a complete fool of myself? Because I haven't studied. I never studied too much in school, like in real life, so this should be fine. If I understand, I understand, right? Like yeah, that should be okay. Where are you taking us, Bushek? Some underground tunnel, some like shady backyard where the guild hangs out?
Henry, are you ready?
Okay. A bunch of pretty wealthy looking gentlemen.
Well then, are you ready for the trial?
I guess so.
Ready?
I look a little out of
We
place.
can begin.
Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmiths Guild, let me introduce the newest adept of the Master's Trial, Henry of Scarrets.
So, this is old Frisky's lad. I can hardly believe it.
Aber I do not see much of a resemblance.
Vielleicht ein wenig.
I do not see it.
Aye, aye. Frisky here, Frisky there. All that talk about not taking in outsiders, and now you've gone and flipped it all around. Martin was a good bloke and an excellent swordsmith. If Henry here is anything like him, he'd be a welcome addition to the guild.
Genau, genau.
Look, I didn't know this Frisky fella of yours. I'm more interested to see what the lad can do than who his pa was.
We'll see what he can do shortly. Just to be clear, let me repeat what the trial entails. In the first part, the verbal examination, he will receive 3 questions. He must answer all 3 of them correctly in order to pass. If he makes a single mistake, this part of the exam is considered failed.
Oh no.
He won't get a chance to correct himself. After the verbal examination comes the practical one, where our adept skills will be tested.
And if he is successful, he'll become one of us.
Let's begin with the first part of the trial. Who would like to ask Henry the first question?
I'm gonna mess this part up.
Why do blacksmiths whistle while they work?
No, I have this one. I know this one. To keep rhythm. That's okay.
To keep rhythm.
That's correct.
At least that.
Let's move on to the second.
Tell me, mein Anhänger, what is the Farbe of a correct heated workpiece?
I want to say straw yellow. I saw something about straw yellow in the book. I'm gonna go with this one.
Straw yellow.
Correct?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Last question.
Say, Heinrich, how can you tell you have made progress on your workpiece?
By the shape? It starts to take shape, right? Like,
That's right.
oh,
Correct.
You answered all 3 questions correctly.
definitely thought I was gonna mess that up.
Practical exam, Henry. Your task will be to forge a guild sword right in front of our eyes. Here's the design for it, as well as the materials. I'm sure you know what to do with them.
Viel Glück. Let's see what you can do, young Frisky. Let's
Okay.
see then.
The real part of being a blacksmith. You can know what you're talking about, but can you put it to the test? That's the real part of this. I have a lot of eyes on me right now. What are we making? Blacksmith Guild longsword. Let's get to it. They gave us all the materials we need. We're just here to make it, I guess. Straw yellow. Straw yellow, and then it's good to go. I have to show them that I know what I'm talking about. These guild members. It's heating up slowly but surely. Straw yellow, straw yellow. There we go, to the anvil. That's looking pretty yellow. Pretty ripe to hit. So far, so good. Let's rotate it. Do the other side. I haven't messed up any of the hits yet, which is nice to say. Let's rotate it again, you know, just make it look fancy. For these gentlemen that are watching me, all I see is this one guy's boots. But I know all their eyes are on me. Let's bring it to the forge, just heat it up a bit again. Sorry, gentlemen, just give me a moment here. Just give me a moment. I'm sweating a little bit, and the pressure's getting to me. Back up to straw yellow. That's looking pretty good. Let's bring it to the anvil. Didn't take too long to reheat it. A few last little hits, I'm sure.
It's almost finished.
I probably could have finished it off the first heat, but that's okay. Yeah, okay. I definitely could have. Just needed to do like 4 more hits. Better safe than sorry, I say. The finishing touches. Little quench and finish. How'd we do? Level 3 sword. Level 4 sword, even. Let me, like, really impress these guildsmen. Look at that. Look at that beauty. How'd we do? A level 3. That's a level 3 quality sword coming out the end of this. They better be impressed.
Let's see what you made.
All the answers right and a level 3 sword. I deserve to be in the guild. A beauty. And he's just taking it.
Excellent, Henry. Good work. I'm glad you didn't disappoint.
Same
Our
here.
Friends, masters of the Blacksmiths Guild. Henry of Skalitz has successfully completed the trial. Let us head for the guild hall for the acceptance ceremony.
Okay. That was easy.
After successfully fulfilling all requirements, I'm proud to announce our guild has grown by a new member. Approach Henry of Skalitz.
Attaboy, Henry. Full clad in armor.
Kneel. Swear for the first time on your honor and by God Almighty that you will defend the interests of the Blacksmiths Guild of Kuttenberg.
I swear.
Swear for the second time that you will protect all secrets entrusted to you by the Guild.
I swear.
And swear for the third time that you will always act honestly and God-fearingly to spread the esteem of our guild among the people.
I swear.
Now hang your guild sword next to those of the other masters.
What's that going to be?
Hang up the guild sword. Oh, they've given me the sword that I forged to place upon the wall, I guess. Hang the sword. Beautiful. Is that the sword that I forged?
Welcome to the guild, Henry. It's now up to you to say a few words.
Oh, it's my turn? Okay. I'm following in my father's footsteps. It's a great honor. Let's bring up Frisky Martin.
I'm following in my father's footsteps. Even as a lad, when I watched him by the forge, I wanted to be just like him. A real master blacksmith. Today, thanks to you, my dream has come true. And here in Kuttenberg, where Pa spent the best years of his life, I like to think he'd be proud of me.
He would be, without a doubt. In any case, from this day forward, Henry is to take over Skoda's forge and repair it. He therefore acquires the right to use it with one obligation, and that is the accommodation of the widow Magdalena. The guild rents her jointure after the death of her husband. That will be your responsibility now, Henry.
That won't be for much longer anyway.
I don't like this Matthias guy, and it sounds like Magdalena is going to be living with us.
She's a kind woman. I'll be happy to help her.
We'll see about that once she goes poking her nose into everything at the forge.
It sounds like you have your work cut out for you, Henry. But like all hard work, the results will surely be worth it. The ceremony is now over.
Yeah, Magdalena's going to want to make sure that Henry's running the forge to Skoda's standards, to her late husband's standards.
Leave us for a while, will ya?
So I'm not too surprised by that. I don't think that'll be too big of a headache. Yeah, that is the sword that I hung up. It looks like it's changed a little bit. The hilt and stuff. I'm not going to look too much into it. Let's move on. Let's go and talk to Magdalena. Back to Magdalena we go. We're going to open up this forge. Gonna have to rebuild it. Not sure how we're going to go about that or how much money it's going to cost. But I've got a pretty substantial coin purse. Alright, here we are. Back at our new forge. Look at our lovely property that we're investing in, or about to invest in. It's a little unfortunate looking. Oh. I guess, yeah, she just pulled us into the house. We didn't really get to explore what we're trying to purchase just yet. There's Magdalena right there. I just want to see what we have now. This is a pretty substantial yard, pretty large yard here. Lots to play with, lots to do. Are we going to be able to have like our own chicken coop and whatnot as well? I don't know. Let's look into it. Let's look into it. Let's go talk to Magdalena and see where this goes.
Good news. I gained the right to use the forge.
Wonderful. Finally, we can make some progress here. I'm just worried that once you see the mess inside, you'll turn on your heel and run.
No, I just looked around. It's pretty messy, sure, but yeah, why would I run?
Why would I run?
I'm just joking. But make no mistake, you're in for some hard work. The house will have to be cleared out first before you can do anything else. The forge, as well as the floor above. Clear the rubble, put it in sacks, take it outside to the wagon, pick up the things laying around, sweep the floors. There's much to do, and I'm afraid I won't be of much help. My back isn't what it used to be. One bad move and I'll stay hunched over like an old crone.
I'm sure I can manage.
I hope so.
Henry's a
Looks like
strong
you have some
lad.
Strong hands, and that you're not all thumbs. But first, you'll have to get inside. The entrance from the street is blocked. A beam collapsed.
I'll figure it out.
So we're going to find a different entrance to go and unlock the forge from the inside. And we have to clean up the whole place. And yeah, it's going to be a task. It's going to be a task cleaning up this place. What is this? What is this room? What did I just find? This is an alligator head with a boat in it? Sure. I really hope that that stays there and, like, fixing up the place doesn't remove that alligator head. Because that's my favorite part of what I've purchased so far. That being said, I haven't put any money into the place yet. I'm sure we're going to soon. This room doesn't look too bad. Okay, this is where Magdalena is sleeping, and this is where she fed us some stew. And she's got a little working kitchen. Okay, this is all that she has working right now. This is all that survived the fire. Good to know. We do have a little chicken coop over here. Okay, this isn't, like, completely run down. Oh, we got a lockpick. Yeah, do we just break in here? Why not, right? First time lockpicking something in a solid minute. First try, please. That's what I like to see. Okay, what do we got here?
What's in store for me here?
I'm curious of the same thing, Henry.
This looks like it was an apprentice's room.
Yeah, okay. What do I have to clean up in the apprentice's room? Can look in his chest. That seems to be about it. Might as well. I guess it makes sense that there's not really anything to, like, unlock these chests. Like, no key for any of these doors. It sounds like everybody who was involved has either been killed or is in some state of disrepair. Just like this blacksmith. There's a weapon stub on the ground. Looks like a little bit of blood, too. That's not suspicious. Some scrap metal, just some other junk on the floor. Bag and take. A night shield. Is this something that we... Oh, wait. Display hooks. Display hooks in your chamber used to hang weapons and shields for decorative purposes. That's awesome. So, like, the shield... excuse me. The painted shields that you would have from Brushes with Death, the last DLC that came out, you can hang those up on the walls. Any swords that you forge, any pieces of armor, I'm sure. That's really cool. I'm excited about that. I will definitely be taking advantage of the decorative portion of this DLC, because I'm a fan. I like that kind of stuff. Let's keep cleaning up here. Now, do we have to lug this all the way outside? Yes, we do. Okay. It would be nice if we had a window or something that we could just, like, throw it out of. Maybe we're just putting them on the cart here, and all will be well? Yeah, it looks to be the case. Okay. Alright. That's okay. That's not too bad. Alright, one mess cleaned up. Multiple other messes to go. That's a lot of rubble here by the fireplace. Anything else that I can just pick up? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Some deer skin, some metals, a weapon stub.
I can still use these materials.
Yep, for sure. Looks like we had a couple pieces of scrap metal in there and other different types of metal. Will be useful. What else are we cleaning up here? What is this H? Maybe there's something else to open. Nope, just the rubble in the corner. Making quick work of this cleanup. Oh, we're not... Do we not have a bag for this one? We don't... Oh no, we do. Okay, let's just had to clean it up with a shovel first, put it into a pile, and then bag it up and take it, I guess. Second bag down. Magdalena, we got this. No
Carrying those
worries.
heavy sacks up and down the stairs. I couldn't handle it.
That's alright, you can sit there and watch and play with whatever you're playing with. I have no problem with that. This is Henry's undertaking. Henry's gotta put in the work, you know? It only makes sense. It looks like everything else that we're supposed to open or deal with is below us. Oh, wait, sweep. Let's do some sweeping. Kind of just wandering aimlessly around the building, trying to find
I suppose.
what I'm supposed to find. Oh, this whole floor looks better. And we have a bed to sleep in now. Wonderful, wonderful. You love to see it. Are we not cleaning up the apprentice room? Would appear not to be the case. Display item. Oh, wait. What can I display here? I have a bunch of different shields. What if I just throw this up here? Hey, it looking good. Okay. Okay. Alright, we got one, you know, personal effect on the wall. It's starting to feel more like home already. Are we going in here, maybe?
I'll have to open this gate from the other side.
No, we're trying to find a way into this other side of the building. Now, how about would I go and do this? Unblock the entrance. That's how you would do it. All right. Okay, that sounded loud. Attaboy, Henry. Well done. What's in here? Before I go into the main room, what's in here? Sales chest. Can we, like, forge stuff and then sell it to the public? That'd be pretty sweet. Good way to make money. Oh,
Kidding me?
my God. Okay. Okay. A key to the forge's upper floor? There are keys. Never mind. What I said earlier about, like, the people who owned it before and all falling into disrepair and whatnot, the keys were just left inside. And nobody would have wanted to come in here, because it's all burnt down and destroyed. And then along came Henry. Just some quick shoveling. Let's shovel the other side before I do any, like, lugging. If I have to lug another bag out. Yeah, okay.
Now just to put it in a sack and take it to the wagon.
Yeah, we'll do that after I clear this rubble. And we'll take both the bags out. Any more shoveling needing to be done? We got 3 piles of rubble, by the looks of it, to take out. Oh, fastening material. Okay, yeah, sure. Some steel on the floor, sure. Scrap metal. More scrap metal. Iron.
Some of this is bound to come in handy.
Some stuff I can use at a later date, hopefully. Alright, let's handle these bags here. Henry's slowly getting more and more dirty.
Come on.
Gonna have to do a good wash after I'm said and done all this. Come on! So close. Here we go.
One sack after another.
Yes, sir, Henry. Getting it done, slowly but surely. Oh, I gotta unblock that entrance. I could be making this so much easier on myself. Could be going out this door right now. Let's open this gate. Here we go. I didn't have to be walking outside into the streets. Come on. Get it on your shoulder. Last one, hopefully. There's tons of stuff to clean up. Like, we probably have to clean up these little pens, too. And who's bringing this cart to wherever it needs to go? Sweep the floor on the ground floor. Okay, now we just do one big sweep after cleaning everything up. Finishing touches.
What's this?
Oh,
It has Martin's mark on it. I'll have to ask Magdalena.
Martin's helping out. From the spirit world, Martin's sending us little gifts. Leaving behind his effects.
Henry, great work.
Alright, I also think that we should invest in a trough. Just because. It's dirty work, you know? Blacksmith stuff, it's dirty work. Magdalena.
Word, you really are a handy lad. And hard-working too. I like to see that. You see this, Scudder? Your forge is finally in good hands.
I found this. The mark Martin used to use is on it. Do you know what it could be?
Aye, that looks like one of the sketches for that grand project of theirs. They always met up in the evenings after work. All hush-hush, and over something so silly, no less.
Why did they meet up? It probably wasn't that silly.
Why did they meet up?
Because of the broken astronomical clock on the Rathouse Tower.
Oh.
Back then, the city officials decided they wanted it fixed. So they asked the masters of the guild to propose a solution. Your pa got all excited about it, then got my old Scudder involved, along with that other apprentice that was here. What was his name? Such a timid, quiet lad. Sucker. Oh, I can't recall, but I remember they did some work on it, but the city ended up changing its mind.
Just left the clock broken. They blew it off. What happened?
What happened?
They brought in some Italians, all the way from Padua or whatever it's called. And how do you think that turned out?
They probably messed it up.
They messed it up?
It was a terrible disgrace. The Italians ended up running off along with the money. There was no
They
money
paid
left
them
for the
first?
repairs, and there still isn't. So the clock is still broken. I remember when it still used to chime. But what can you do? Better to discuss what you want to do with this place.
No, Henry's gonna take on this challenge that his father was trying to do, and the other guild members trying to repair the clock on the Rat House Tower. I think, you know, I'm sniffing something out here. It might be Henry's undertaking along the road. I want to make it nice again. I want my own room. I want to get the forge running again. Let's go right to the main thing.
I want to get the forge running again.
All right then. Come, I'll show you something. This was Shkoda's table. He was always sketching something, planning repairs. He could stand here for hours. It was his favorite spot. And now it's yours.
It's an honor.
I think there's just one thing left to do. You have to put up a shop sign. So your customers know where to go, right? Have a look at the plans here.
Can I make my own shop sign, or is it going to be the one that we found on the ground? Probably the one we found on the ground. Building table. At the building table in your forge, you can buy furniture and carry out renovations to your house, chamber, and garden. Getting renovations and furniture requires enough coin and blacksmith prestige, but once you acquire something, it remains available to you permanently. Blacksmith prestige determines what you can acquire for your forge. You raise it by completing guild activities, which appear on the map each day. So every day there's different guild activities that I can go and undertake, and hopefully, you know, gain some prestige and repair my house. Slowly but surely. That sounds pretty straightforward to me. Coin and blacksmith prestige for renovations. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we just have old bed, old ladder, no wall decoration, useless junk, leaky barrel, old chest, dirty table. Lots of, like, inspiring effects. Okay. Can we change anything? No. No, we cannot. Not even the useless junk, eh? You can't even change the useless junk. That's unfortunate. But we can do this with everything. Like, even the whole outside, we can upgrade everything. Oh, it's overwhelming. Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna use all of my coin. I have 52,000 coin by the end of this. I bet it's gone. Buy and equip. Here's our old forge shop sign. Sure. What was all that noise for a shop sign? Okay. Well, there we go. Can we fix the damaged roof as well? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. That seems necessary to me. What kind of roof do we want? I kind of like this first one. The fish scale roof. Yep. Yep, done did it. We have a roof. No longer just a burnt hole to look out of. Sounds good to me. Oh, we can change the bed, we can change the chest, we can change the dirty table, just a few upgrades, and now look at this go. Oh, I can start spending the money. Okay. Might as well look into see what beds we can buy. Brown fur bed, fir wood bed red, fir wood bed green. I think I'm just gonna get the brown one. No, let's get the green one. A little bit of color. Never hurt anyone. Old chest, what do we got here? Might as well upgrade it. Village chest. You know what, let's just keep the old chest for now. It feels like, that seems to me like a waste of 85 groschen. Just wait until we have a nicer chest to upgrade to. I'm fine with little old chest action. Light oak table, dark oak table. The dark oak seems to match the floor a little bit better, so I'm gonna go with that one. Pile of junk, crooked door. Let's change the crooked door to an ash door, you know. Just make the place a little bit nicer. Just a little bit nicer. That's what we're looking for. Some upgrades here and there. Doesn't look like we can do anything with the outside just yet. Yeah, no. Okay. Well, how's it looking? Nothing down here changed. This is still looking a little ratty. There's our sign. It's just up. Welcome to your forge. Now you can decorate your house, and upstairs you'll find your own room where you can place furniture and decorations. Some furniture pieces even grant unique buffs. Furniture pieces grant unique buffs. That is something that I'll be keeping an eye out for. On the grounds, you can build structures and equipment that'll help you in everyday life, and last but not least, you have your very own forge. Well, here we go. The sign is up. We have our own forge. The roof is looking great. The walls still look like they could use a wash.
Take a bath first. Piss off.
That's just rude. Just, yeah, leave me alone. Like, I'm trying to look at my new forge. I'm sure I'm stinky. I just cleaned up this whole place. My goodness. This is hype. This is absolutely hype. All of this is ours to play with. And I still gotta go see what we did upstairs to our room with, like, the few changes that were made. Here's our ash door. Maybe. No, this is our ash door. This is what changed. Yeah, no longer just a crooked door. It's actually got some texture, some decal to it. You love to see it. It looks a little bit cleaner in here, I must say. The green bed gives it that pop of color, like I was saying. I don't like how this table is a little crooked, but I'm sure that'll change as things get newer and nicer up here. I kind of want to hang, like, all of my shields up on the wall. Let's go, like... Hold up. You gotta switch the Cuman shield and the Hungarian Knight shield. Just for aesthetic reasons. Yep. That looks a little bit better. That looks a little bit better. We have the Pavis over there. And I think I'll put some kind of weapon here. I actually have an axe that I wouldn't mind putting there. Something that I found super early on in the game. The adorned axe. Yeah, give me that. Give me that. Let's put this up here. Found this in a random grave that someone told me about. And I had to go and find it and then forge it. How does this look up here? Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's a pretty sweet looking axe, I must say. It's all coming together. It's all coming up Henry, you know? Pretty sweet. And this is just a chest full of our stuff. Okay. The forge is open. Alright. Thank you very much for watching my first episode of Legacy of the Forge, and I will catch you next time. I'm definitely excited to be back in Kingdom Come. Definitely excited to be back doing this, opening our own shop, you know, and continuing on Henry's stepfather, Martin, his legacy. You know, given the name of the DLC, Legacy of the Forge. Brutal, brutal. Alright, I will catch you next time. Thank you again.